Namaste. I'm really aware that I'm only talking to a few people, and that's the way it is. That's my trajectory. But I want to share with those of you that want to listen, that are willing to listen, that stumble across me, that things that drove me. Always in my life, I knew something was missing. Something was missing that I wanted to find. And I was drawn to spiritual inquiry, particular teachers, particular writers, who resonated with me. And I hope that you'll find ones that resonate with you. But again, this sense, something was missing, and it was a sense that of not being whole, of not being complete. I've worked with this for a long time and refined it down to a feeling of oneness, of being one, being enveloped, being immersed in everything, and that everything was just really one thing, the oneness. And I learned at an early age that enlightenment, awakening, this process to reunite with the oneness, to rediscover, to find within, because I learned that that's where indeed it dwelt. This oneness was the access, the key, the entry, the doorway was through the heart. Come within, and that eventually you go within, it allows you to in and out. And I was never satisfied with thinking. I watched the thoughts come and go. And I knew that whatever could come and go, and that's all material objects, it's the body, it's life as we define it, it's the ego, it's the sense of self. And also separation and division, which would come and go. Sometimes I felt separated. Sometimes I felt that life was divisive. And other times I just felt immersed and whole and complete with and dwell in the one. So I learned that, that peace was a state of mind, a state of existence. That was our natural birthright. That's really what bliss is to me. Bliss is peace on steroids. Peace is what prevails. Bliss is what comes in bits and pieces. But one of the teachers has resonated with me lately, and he's kind of the grandfather of Advaita Vedanta, non-duality, Ramana Maharishi. This is why he described practice, and I just want to share it here. Peace can't be found by mental activity. When the mind engages, we find misery. A man has been wandering the desert, finds rest in an oasis. If he keeps going out to the desert, he's confused. Yeah. Enlightenment is knowing there's no need to wander the desert. If we find ourselves wandering, we can simply return. Eventually, we will truly see there's no reason to leave. This is a personal insight and a personal choice. We don't need a revelation or an authorization, because it has nothing to do with any of that. Self-empowering, self, the all-encompassing, the Atman. When we seek the Atman, the self within, and we realize that we're just as a drop in the ocean of awareness, the Brahman, our Atman, our bit of the self that dwells within, is nothing but a drop in the ocean of awareness. Each drop is exactly like the body of water. So let's look at the mental activity. What do we get? And it's interesting because mental activity is what ultimately leads, at least jhana yoga, the method that I practice, is by using my mind and coming to this conclusion that too much thinking, that thinking led to misery, suffering, division, separation. But thinking also led me to the thought of the consequences of thinking. So I used my mind to engage my inquiry, which led me to the point where I experienced life in a way that's not expressible, that is not a thought any longer. So what I really want to leave people with is the comfort of knowing that all things come to pass, that all of us are Buddhas, that all of us will awaken to what we've came into this life knowing, which has been clouded and obfuscated by ego and by clinging and by desiring and doing, human doing instead of human being. But each of us have a little bit of a different way, or quite a huge way of difference in achieving what we will. Achieving is not the right word. In becoming what we always were. To remember, each of us will awaken the self within, and through that journey, through the dismissal of fear and desires, the surrender to letting just life be, the surrender and acceptance of that what will be, is the stepping stone, is the beginning of the search that turns out to be no search at all. You're searching to find, but it will come. It will come. It will come to every one of us. There's no need to hurry. There's no need to press. There's no need to desire. There's no need to try. It's all about just enjoying life as it comes to you. Remembering all the while that in life, the illusion of life that we're destined to experience once we're born in this human form is is a manifestation, a reflection, a remembrance of who and what we really are. So trials and tribulations make us stronger. Pain and suffering serves to point out the discord in our life as we're living it. This is like our reminder. I always laughed because I learned long ago that life would tap you on the shoulder, tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, 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 wake up, wake up, wake up. Hey, hey, hey. And normally, being a slow learner and all of that, it would escalate. It'd be a little bit, maybe a stick or something now. And the stick would soon become a 2x2, and then maybe a 4x4. Boom! Depending on when you wanted to get. Oh, okay, I get it. That's the key. When you say, okay, I get it. I drop the resistance. I drop the judgment. I drop the illusion that I know anything. I learned to truly say, I don't know. And when we can truly say, I don't know, then we can start to make room for the known. We can make room to change. We can make room to realize. We can make room to grow. Only by recognizing the errors of our ways, the confusion, the illusion. There's a way. Keep smiling.